What's up YouTube, it's your boy Marlon back with another video. If you haven't done so, please make sure to subscribe as we're trying to reach 3,000 subs on the channel. Also, please make sure to leave a like, comment, share, as it always makes a massive difference. So in today's video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I've done a lot of fashion videos, I'm talking about sneakers. I've done the hair stuff, but something I haven't done a lot of is the grooming. And one in particular is fragrances, and how to smell, right? It's the summer, right? The weather is getting hotter, and it's also a time when the way you smell really matters. Now, obviously, the way you smell always matters, but especially in the summer with the heat, you have to make sure you smell good, How many times have we heard, women talking about dudes being musty and smelling bad and being sweaty and all that stuff? Guys, you don't want to be that, right? Did you know that the way you smell is actually one of the most important factors when it comes to women? So you can be an ugly dude, right? You can be kind of, busted and disgusted, but if you smell really good, I'm telling you, you're gonna score some points. And the reason why is because, the way you smell, like people remember, people associate a certain smell with you. And that also can affect you negatively. So if you're someone that stinks, and if you're known as someone that smells bad, that's gonna stick with you. You don't want to be dude that stinky dude, right? Because that's a label that's kind of hard to scratch off, literally, We all remember someone that smells bad at the gym, at school, at work. Honestly, I would say that's probably my biggest fear, because the way I smell is something I can control every single day. So if I'm not doing so, and then for some reason I'm known as that dude that smells bad, it just reflects poorly on me. That's why I really take pride in the way I smell, especially because I'm someone that tends to sweat a lot. Once again, that's not something I can control, but I can definitely control how I smell, right? So in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys my fragrance collection, as well as giving you some of the fragrances I have in mind, kind of like my wish list that I'm planning on copying. Currently, I'm actually building my fragrance collection. I used to be the type to always have maybe 1 or 2 fragrances that I was rocking with, and those were my signature scents. But recently I've been more into actually building a solid collection and just adding more fragrances. That way I have variety, and I can kind of pick and choose what I want to wear depending on my mood or whatnot, what the situation. I want to have different scents to kind of fit the atmosphere, right? That's very important, and obviously you can have 1 or 2 fragrances if there's something that you really like. That's cool, but personally I like to have that variety now. So I'm going to show you guys my collection. It's not a lot, but I'm going to show you what I have. I feel like I have a couple good ones that you guys can add to your collection. And I'm also going to show you guys how to apply fragrances correctly, because a lot of you guys that are watching this video, you probably know how to apply it, but I know for sure there's at least one person that's applying it wrong. So without further ado, we're going to get started and go into the intro. So the first few fragrances that I'm going to be showing you guys today are summer fragrances. Obviously, it's June, so I want to kind of make sure that you guys get the picks for this summer, so you guys can actually go and cop if you are interested. And it's also my favorite, so I want to kind of put them first. But the first one I'm going to show you guys today is from Hermès, and it comes in this really cool box. Let me show you. Nice little orange box, I'm gonna try to focus and see. Really cool. The box is so nice that I decided to keep it. The fragrance is called Eau de Citron Noir. And this one, guys, I'm telling you, for the summer, pick it up. Go and sample it, but you will love it. This is a mix of citrus. It's like a smoky, woody type of smell. And it's made with black lime, Noumi Basra, I don't even know what it is, but it's basically dried lime, lemon, black tea, and Paraguayan woods. I don't even know if I said that right. On a hot day, you throw this on, guys, you're gonna get so many compliments. It smells really good. It's very sweet, but it's light, it's not too aggressive, which personally I don't like the aggressive fragrances. Some people like that stuff that that you smell from a mile away. Trust that people will smell it, but it's not something that is attacking their nose as they walk by you. They're gonna be like, it smells really good. And by the way, this is a men or a women's fragrance, so it's good for everyone. Personally, I like to get stuff that I know women will like, because women are the ones that I'm trying to attract. Obviously, I'm in a relationship, so I'm worried about my girl now. But what I'm saying is, that's the train of thought that I'm using, right? You want to get fragrances that women will like. That's why I like stuff that's sweet, kind of woody, musky. So it's it still has the masculine vibe to it, but it's also sweet, So it's honestly, it's very attractive to women. I'm telling you, yeah, they will love this one. So that's definitely my pick number 1 for the summer. Now for the price, so this is $166 Canadian plus taxes, so it comes out to we'll say about $190. So okay, yeah, it is kind of expensive depending on your budget, but definitely a good investment. And this is for 100 milliliters, so you know, it's gonna last you a while. You know, I have some fragrances that I bought for like, and it was 100 milliliters, and I bought like 2 years ago. I still have them, and I wore them every day, so you should be good to go. So that's my first one. And for my second one, it's actually another one from Hermès, and it's Eau de Rhubarbe. So let me just show you another fragrance from the same collection, so you see the bottle's identical. And this one is another one that you can pick up for the summer. Personally, I didn't want to just have one fragrance for the summer, which is why I picked this one up as well. And this one is another one that's a killer. I'm telling you, once I smelled it, I was like, I need this in my collection. This one is fruity, sour, musky, fresh, and sweet, okay? And it's made of rhubarbe, red berries, and white musk. There's probably other ingredients, but I forgot. Another very sweet one that women will love. I like this one because the smell kind of changes as you go. So it's gonna smell one way at first, and then I feel like after about an hour or so, it smells a bit different. But obviously both smells are good. And it's interesting because when I first tried it, I loved it. Then I tried it again. I got it on one of those samplers. And after a while, I felt like the smell was kind of weird. Maybe it was because it was back in the winter. I don't know. But you know, now that I have it and I'm wearing it, I love it, and people love it too. So once again, same price, $166 plus taxes. You know, these were my two picks for the summer. I definitely recommend. Obviously, there's other summer fragrances, but personally, those were the ones that I wanted, and that's what I'm gonna be rocking with for this year, and probably going forward as well. So yeah. Now for my third one, this is my personal secret gem. So I came across this fragrance when I was, you know, on YouTube, kind of doing some research, and it's actually not a fragrance, it's an aroma, and it comes in this box. Let me just show you real quick. It's called Molecule 01. Guys, this is single-handedly the best thing I've ever smelled. And the reason why is because it's inoffensive. So this is something that, you know, doctors will wear when they, you know, they go to the hospital, because, you know, let's say you have someone that's allergic to certain smells. It's not going to be offensive to them. You know, pregnant women, I know that sometimes, like when women are pregnant, like their senses are a bit heightened. What I love about this is that you can really wear this in neutral setting. What it does is that it smells different on everyone because it mixes with your natural pheromones. So it basically creates a unique smell that's based on you. So this will smell differently on me than on my girl, for example, or another, you know, a friend of mine, because we all have our own unique scent. Obviously, you know, you smell it when you first put it on, but then after a while, like any other fragrance that you know, obviously it works well with your skin and your body, you stop to smell it, but people will notice it. So technically the chemistry of this aroma and what's found in Molecule 01 is found in every single fragrance, but it's kind of broken down to the aroma itself, so that, you know, you can actually just wear that and you're good to go. And I've gotten a lot of compliments on this. You know, personally, I actually wear this when I work out. You know, the reason why is because when you start to work out, when you start to sweat, your body starts to heat up, and then basically it creates that smell. You know, it makes that smell stronger. So I actually smell good when I mean, well, to some extent, you know, because after a while, if you sweat too much, yeah, everyone's gonna smell a little funky. But you know, so this will be perfect for the club, for example. You know, it's somewhere you're in a very warm setting, you know, a lot of people and stuff. This will work really well. So I definitely advise you to get this one. Another benefit of Molecule 01 is that you can actually layer it with other fragrances. So this is actually something I do. You know, I either wear it by itself when I work out or where I go somewhere where, you know, it's something very, you know, it's like a very neutral setting. But you can also mix it. And what I do is actually, you know, for the summer, I put this on and then I put on the Hermès fragrances that I showed you. The benefit of the Molecule 01 is that it's gonna make your fragrance that you wear on top of it last longer and project further. And because of the unique scent that it, you know, it creates with your skin, it's gonna mix with the one that you put on. So like Eau de Citron, for example, and it's gonna create an even more unique smell. And it's gonna smell amazing. Like I said, for the summer, it's gonna be amazing, and this is gonna be, you know, my staple. If there's one fragrance that I had to wear for the rest of my life, it would be this one for sure. Usually I tell you guys to sample fragrances, but for this one you can just blind buy it. Sampling it doesn't really do it justice. You have to like kind of, you know, put it on and wear it a couple of times to really get, you know, what I mean. When it comes to the price, it is a bit more expensive. So this retails at about $185 Canadian, if I'm not mistaken, but it's definitely worth it. This is something that I'm gonna, you know, stock and restock every time it runs out, because I just, you know, I gotta have it on me every time. So as you can tell, I bought this like maybe 3 weeks ago, and I've already used, you know, quite a bit. That's number 3. Now for number 4, you guys have seen this one. You know, I feel like at this point it's kind of played out because so many people have it, so many people have smelt it, and it's Sauvage from Dior. This one is, I think, to me, a staple. If you're someone that's trying to, like, kind of starting to get into fragrances, that's something I would recommend because everyone recognizes it, you know. Now, that's if you don't mind smelling like everyone, right? If you want to smell a bit different, then maybe go with the first 2 that I talked about. But if you want something that's easy, you know, that's gonna kind of mix well with everyone, it's pretty much universal. I feel like Dior Sauvage is a good one. When I go somewhere, someone will recognize it, right? I remember being at the dentist and this lady walked by, she's like, oh, is that Dior Sauvage? I was like, yeah, that's it. So this one is kind of spicy, you know, it's warm. It has that citrus scent as well. Very easy to wear, like for a date night, for example. If you want to do something nice with your lady, that's something you can wear. Personally, this was my everyday fragrance for 2 years. So I bought this back in July 2019 and I still have, as you can tell, there's still quite a bit. And now I was wearing this almost every day. Yeah, this is 100 milliliters, right? So that tells you how long this lasts you. Now, will I be restocking on this one? Eventually, yes, but it's not my priority. I have other ones I'm gonna get first. And eventually I would like to, you know, restock on that one because it's still a good one to have in your collection. I still feel like you should. But this right here, you know, with the other fragrances that I have, this is probably gonna last me another year, honestly. So I won't have to restock for a while. When it comes to the price, I think this one is also about 160 bucks. For 160 bucks, having it for 2 years is gonna be, well, basically 3 by the time I finish this one. That's a really good investment. So I know it seems like it's a lot at first, but for how long you keep your fragrances, it's definitely a great investment. Investing in how you smell is always a sound investment, so remember that, guys. And for the last one of the collection, we have the Versace Dylan Blue. Another one that I really like. So this one has like an amber, citrus, musky, like a warm, spicy, and fresh scent. So that's something you guys can kind of tell from my style in general. I like stuff that's like, you know, citrus, warm, spicy, you know, fruity, that type of stuff. That's my vibe. I bought this back in 2018. I don't wear this as much anymore, but it's definitely one that I appreciate. It's really good to wear for everyday use, you know, maybe going to work, you know, at the office. However, you know, if you already have the Dior Sauvage, I don't feel like you need that one as well. It's kind of the same. They don't smell the same, but it's just that it's kind of the same style, you know, so this is also something you can wear on a date night, to be honest. So if I had to choose, I would probably go with the Dior Sauvage rather than this one. If you don't want to smell like everyone, maybe go with this one because not as many people have it. But this is more of like a young guy scent. My girl described it perfectly. She said that it's for a young guy that's trying to smell like a man, you know? So it smells good. I'm not talking shit about it, but I feel like maybe, you know, there's definitely better options, which is why I don't wear it as much, but I still like it in my collection. Will I be restocking on this one? Probably not after this, but I still have like about 3/4 of the bottle, maybe a bit more. So yeah, once again, that's probably gonna last me another year or so. Because I have the other ones now, I really just wear this when I go to, I don't know, when I'm just doing random stuff. You know, when I'm just trying to throw something on, but I don't want to use my good ones, I put this one on. But it's still a good one to have. So when it comes to the price, this one is actually cheaper. It's not as expensive. If your budget is a bit more tight, you should be able to get it. It's a, you know, an affordable price range, so yeah. Alright guys, so now I'm going to talk about the fragrances that I have in my wish list. Currently there's about 4 if I don't forget anything. The first one is By the Fireplace from Maison Margiela. A great fragrance. I cannot wait to get it. I've been wanting to buy it for a while, but by the time I wanted to cop it was already like springtime. So I'm gonna wait for about fall to get it because it's more of a fall/winter fragrance. What I really like about Maison Margiela is that they create fragrances that replicate an environment. This one is definitely my favorite. It smells so good and it fits my style, the woody smell, the musk, the manly smell. And once again, this one is, I say manly, but this one is actually something that women can wear as well. You know, my girl loves it too. When it comes to the price, it's about the same price range, around $166. Definitely a good one. And that's something I'm gonna be wearing definitely for the fall and winter of 2021/2022. The second one is also another one from Maison Margiela, and it's Jazz Club. Jazz Club is also another one that I really want to have. It's along the same lines as By the Fireplace, but I feel like this one has more of like a sexy smell, you know, something for a date night at a jazz, you know, obviously Jazz Club, as the name states, same price as the By the Fireplace. If I had to compare, Jazz Club is more for the fall, By the Fireplace is more for winter. That's when I plan on getting those. I'm gonna start with Jazz Club, you know, I'm gonna probably get that end of summer and then get By the Fireplace probably, you know, sometime in the fall, so I can wear it for fall and winter. The next one is from Armani, and it's called Stronger With You. This one is more of like a spring smell, but it's like night out in spring. You can't really wear that during the day, but it's a really good one. I'm probably gonna get that sometime this year, but more towards the end. For the last one, the one I want to get as well is one from Gauthier, and it's Ultra Male. So I sampled it actually back in December. When I first put it on, I actually didn't like it. But then, you know, I kind of waited a little bit. After an hour, I was smelling my wrist and I was like, wow, this smells amazing. And then I went home, and then maybe like 3-4 hours later, I was like, man, like the smell kept getting better and better. So that's definitely another one. And guys, finally, for the last part of the video, I'm gonna talk about how to apply fragrances. The reason why is because a lot of you guys probably know how to do it already, but I know there's at least one person that's doing it wrong. There's a couple of things you guys need to know when to apply a fragrance. And the first tip that I'm actually gonna give you guys is to always apply some type of lotion. So personally, in terms of lotion, I apply this one from Nivea. I don't even know how to say it. I usually put it on all over my body, obviously, you know. By the way, I'm gonna have a video talking about my morning routine at some point coming out in the next few weeks, so be on the lookout. But, you know, coming out of the shower, I apply this all over my body, except for my face. Obviously, I have a different skincare routine, and then I apply my fragrances. However, this is something I apply more in the winter. During the spring and summer, I actually apply something else, which is body oil. So I'm using this one from Neutrogena. It's a sesame formula. It smells amazing. And for the summer, you know, I don't like to apply lotion because I feel like it's a bit too thick and too heavy on my skin. So I apply this. It's lighter and it has a better smell. The reason why you want to apply either body oil or lotion before you apply fragrance is because the chemicals in the fragrance sticks better to the skin when there's oil or something on top of it. The fragrance is basically going to last longer than if you apply it on dry skin. So, you know, that's my first tip. Always apply some type of oil or lotion before you apply your fragrance. Now, my next tip is, where do you apply your fragrance, right? The most important thing to know is that we all have pressure points, and this is where you want to apply your fragrance. The pressure points is where, you know, there's basically the most blood flow, and we all have a couple on our body. So the main ones that people know about are right here, basically right below your chin. These are the main ones you want to hit. So usually what I do is I do 1, 2. You also have pressure points on your wrist. So I do 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want to know about other pressure points, there's inside your elbows, there's behind your knees, for example. I don't know about the rest, but honestly, besides those, like, you're good to go. You don't really need to do anything extra. If you want to, you know, apply a little bit more, you can do, you know, on your inside your elbows, but you really shouldn't need to. And the reason why you want to apply there is because there's more blood flow. That means that the fragrance is actually it's gonna get into your bloodstream faster, and it's gonna really spread throughout your body. You know, the goal of the fragrance is that it should actually kind of come off of your body. You know, it's like a scent that's like kind of levitating off you. You know, and it's mixing in with your pheromones. And so that's why you want to apply it there, and then it spreads to your body. The big mistake that people make is they apply it on their clothes, for example. You shouldn't do that for multiple reasons. First of all, it's not going to last as long, and also is, you know, a lot of fragrances have oil, so it's going to kind of ruin your clothes as well. So bad idea, do not do that. Another thing that I see people do is this shit. They'll take a fragrance, right? And they'll just do this and then walk through it, right? Like walk through the area. Don't do that, guys. Do not do that, right? You're wasting fragrance. You're probably applying about 10% of what you could if you just, you know, sprayed it there. So guys, just, you know, stick to this. Boom, 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 boom. Now, the other mistake that people make is once, you know, like I said, I just applied it on my wrist. What do? They rub their wrist together. You don't want to do that, guys. Do not rub your wrist together. The reason why is because when you rub them together, the chemicals in the fragrance get broken down, so it's not gonna spread throughout your body. It's not gonna be as effective. Make sure to just, you know, spray on your wrist and just let them be. Here's what I usually do. I come in, you know, I take my shower, I apply my lotion. Then before I get dressed, I apply my fragrance, right? Boom, 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 boom. Wait a couple minutes, then I get dressed. If there's one thing I'm gonna maybe apply after that, and once I'm dressed, maybe some Molecular One, just to layer it again. Because the good thing about Molecular One is that you can, you know, the more the better. You don't have to limit yourself to 4 sprays. You can apply as much as you want. Usually I just limit myself to 4 sprays. Some people do 3. Usually they'll do 1, 2, and then 3, and then they'll rub it, but it's stupid. I think you should just add 1 more spray and just let everything air dry. And, you know, by the time you get out the house, man, like, you will smell it. And even if it's not on your clothes, people will be able to smell it, guys. So these are my main tips for applying fragrance, guys. If you do that, I'm telling you, you will smell like $1,000,000 all the time. That's basically it. So guys, I know this was a pretty long video. Thank you guys so much for sticking through the whole video. This is something I want to do more of, you know. So like I said, I have more videos coming out where I'm going to be talking about more of the grooming side, especially for the summer. I want to get these videos out for you guys. If you were able to stick through the whole video, I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for the support. Make sure to leave a like, you know, leave a comment, something. If you learned something, just let me know. What are some of the fragrances that you're maybe thinking about copping? You know, I would like to know as well. Give me some ideas, you know, because I'm always looking for new fragrances. So let me know. But anyways, make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so. My name is Marlon, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.